Moreover, you must deal with the issue with love, and yes, deal with it compassionately. I hate to say this, but I must be brutally honest. Men are almost like babies. Their needs are not like our needs, and we must seek to find ways to satisfy them, even when we don't quite know how. Consider your baby during their infancy stages. They might cry and cry and cry, but until we find out what is wrong, they are going to continue to cry. We must work with them as our little children who are not able to talk. We must remove one obstacle at a time until we eliminate the problem. We must work with them as God leads us prayerfully to understand how to effectively deal with the issue, resolving the factors one at a time. We must deal with them in such a way that they are built up even when the enemy uses them to tear us down. I know it is not an easy task. I've been there, done that. And yes, I wear my t-shirt that declares we must humble ourselves and submit ourselves to Christ, as Christ submitted himself to God and gave himself up as a sacrifice for our sins. Sisters, we must deal with our men in such a way that we are helping them when they are so desperately pushing us away. Yes, you might be accused of adultery or even asked for a divorce. But if the truth be told, if you do what is right, seek God's face, he will grant you the desires of your heart and allow the situation to work out in your favor. Let me conclude this by saying, sisters, we must first understand that our husbands and our families are our ministries. We must effectively seek to find ways to minister to their needs before we reverence the needs of others. Yes, we must learn how to call them Lord, as Sarah called Abraham Lord, as she submitted herself to him. You might say, this is too difficult. I can't do it. I will say, consider the price that Christ paid for you. You might say, Miss Roney, you tried it. It didn't work for you. How can you suggest it will work for me? I will say, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not to your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he will direct your path. Lastly, let me leave this final thought with you. Find ways to love on God. And when you find ways to love on God, he will reveal ways to love on your spouse. That's real talk. If you would like to make comments, purchase a copy of my book. You may reach me on Facebook at He Is My Companion at eroney56@gmail.com.